Have you ever imagined having a secret key that unlocks everything you've ever wanted? That key is within you, in your frequency and the vibrations you emit. Often, desires feel out of reach because you're not tuned to the right frequency. Adjusting your energy can transform your reality and open doors that once seemed impossible. This isn't some magical trick. It's a skill that anyone can develop. If you learn how to harness this power, you'll be able to shape your life according to your desires and overcome challenges with ease. Changing your life, transforming your reality, doesn't happen just by wishing or intending it. To manifest real changes, you must actively participate in the process. Imagine your desire is to improve your vibrations, to increase your daily satisfaction. That won't happen while you remain distracted, jumping from one social media app to another. The mind needs focus, and every action you take, no matter how small, shapes the energy around you. You know when you spend hours procrastinating and feel stagnant at the end of the day? That's the reflection of not engaging actively with your own desires. When your environment seems full of distractions and challenges, it's easy to get lost. However, even amid the chaos, you can create a routine of small actions that will make all the difference. Something as simple as setting aside 10 minutes of your day to breathe deeply and meditate can be the start of a deep, vibrational shift. The speaker emphasizes that for any transformation, the first step is committing to action. It doesn't have to be grand, but it does need to be consistent, because positive vibration is born from the small decisions you make daily. The key here is developing a conscious awareness of your actions and how they affect your reality. Every choice you make alters the frequency around you. And when you participate actively, without distractions, you fine-tune your energy, shaping not only your desires, but the reality you experience. This is something few truly understand, and it's where many go wrong, thinking that the law of attraction is passive. It's a powerful tool, but it must be fueled by your daily actions. Vibrations are like the secret language of the universe. Everything around you, including yourself, is constantly emitting a frequency, influenced by your emotions, thoughts, and environment. Vibration can be seen as the energy you emit and, at the same time, the energy you receive from the world. Imagine your body as a radio station, picking up and transmitting signals based on your internal frequency. If you're tuned into higher vibrations, your perception of reality shifts. Everything seems to flow more harmoniously. But when your frequency is low, you feel stuck, disconnected. For those just beginning to explore this concept, understanding vibrations might seem abstract, but it's actually quite simple. Think about a day when you wake up in a good mood. People seem friendlier, things flow more easily. That's not a coincidence. Your vibrations are elevated, and you're manifesting positivity around you. On days when stress or frustration take over, the environment seems to respond negatively, reflecting that energy back at you. This constant exchange between you and the world is the foundation of the vibration concept. That's why it's crucial to pay attention to your emotions, as they are the thermometer of your frequency. When you adjust your emotions, you adjust your vibrations. This isn't something that depends on external circumstances, but rather on how you choose to react to them. Small actions, like practicing gratitude or spending time in nature, can drastically raise your vibration and change your perception of everyday challenges. And all of this sets the stage for a deeper connection between your emotions and your vibrations. Emotions are the fuel for vibrations. When you feel a positive emotion like joy or gratitude, your vibration naturally rises and the world around you responds. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a good mood, everything seems to go right? That's the power of emotions at work. They shape your frequency and directly impact your ability to manifest desires and create a more fulfilling reality. However, what many don't realize is that you can manage these emotions, thus changing your vibration at any given moment. Understanding this connection between emotions and vibrations is like having a key to transform your life. When you recognize that your feelings directly influence the energy you emit, it becomes easier to identify negative patterns and break them. Instead of allowing anger or frustration to lower your vibration, you can choose to replace those feelings with emotions that elevate your frequency. Practices like meditation, listening to music that makes you feel good, or even reading an inspiring book can shift your vibration in minutes, adjusting your emotions in a practical way. Of course, it's not always possible to maintain positive emotions all the time. That's normal and part of the balance. Negative emotions, when managed well, also play an important role because they teach us to recognize what needs adjusting in our lives. The key is not to dwell on them for too long. When you notice your emotions affecting your vibration, do something about it. Change your focus, switch environments, or even connect with people who bring good vibes. This way, you regain control over your emotions and consequently, your vibration. When we talk about change, the first step is adjusting how we perceive our own reality. The speaker shares a personal story about how, by changing his internal perspective, he managed to change the environment around him. He was in a moment of dissatisfaction, feeling drained by his routine and work environment. But instead of waiting for external changes, he began modifying small aspects within himself, from how he viewed challenges to the emotions he nurtured daily. The result was surprising. His vibration started to rise, and his reality transformed. Often we believe that significant changes in our lives need to come from external circumstances or new people. But true transformation begins when we decide to change how we react to these circumstances. For example, instead of getting irritated by traffic or a tough day at work, try shifting your perspective. Take a deep breath, play some music that lifts your spirits, and notice how this simple action already alters your perception of challenges. Small actions can create huge waves of transformation when done consistently. By transforming his perceptions, the speaker began to realize that his internal energy influenced the external world. He didn't need to quit everything immediately, but started with small actions, like being grateful for daily opportunities, even if they came with challenges. This simple adjustment led to significant changes, such as leaving an unsatisfying work environment and starting a path more aligned with his desires and spirituality. Most importantly, he did it gradually, demonstrating that anyone can start this change today with the tools they already have at hand. Many people believe that to manifest their desires and raise their vibration, they need to always be in a state of extreme positivity. However, this is a myth. The balance between positive and negative emotions is what truly allows energy to flow more naturally and healthily. Negative emotions, like frustration or sadness, play an important role in our development. They help us identify what needs to be transformed in our lives. The secret is not in avoiding them, but in knowing how to deal with them so they don't permanently lower your frequency. When you understand that even negative emotions can teach you something, you stop fighting against them and start using them as tools for self-awareness. For example, if you are going through a stressful or anxious moment, instead of trying to suppress those emotions, you can use them as a sign that something in your routine needs adjustment. This way, your vibration is not lost. It is redirected towards something positive. By balancing your emotions, you can navigate life's challenges with more clarity and realize that even difficult moments have their purpose. The speaker emphasizes that by embracing both positive and negative emotions, you build emotional resilience that allows you to keep your frequency high, even in the most challenging moments. This doesn't mean you should settle in negativity, but rather, you can use it as a springboard for growth. When you accept your emotions as a natural part of life, the pressure to always be in high vibration decreases, and you can live more authentically and in alignment with your spirituality and desires. Sometimes, the greatest transformations happen when we return to the basics. Simplifying life can be the key to changing the energy you emit and raising your vibration. Small changes, like choosing to walk instead of driving or spending more time in meaningful conversations, can directly impact your perception and the environment around you. The secret lies in recognizing that true change doesn't have to be grandiose from the start. Elevated vibrations can be cultivated through simple and accessible actions. It begins with choosing a lighter and less burdened routine. By simplifying your routine, you automatically create space for more satisfaction and less stress. Imagine reducing the time spent on social media or activities that drain your energy. With the freed up time, you can invest in something more positive, like reading inspiring books or practicing meditation. This brings a sense of peace that resonates deeply with your spirituality and changes the frequency with which you connect to the world. It's as if, by removing the excess, clarity and positivity naturally begin to flow into your life. This approach to simplification is something the speaker incorporated into his own life. He started with simple changes, replacing draining habits with practices that raised his energy. Gradually, this new routine created a deeper transformation, allowing him to leave an unsatisfying work environment and find more alignment with his desires. Thus, simplifying is not just about having fewer things, it's about living with more intention and adjusting your vibrations in line with the life you want to manifest. True transformation often begins with a simple insight, something that makes us realize the path we're on is no longer in tune with our desires. The speaker shares how his own journey of self-discovery led him to realize that his job, stable as it was, no longer aligned with his energy. This created a dissonance that began to affect not only his emotions, but also his vibration, and consequently, the reality around him. Upon recognizing this disconnect, he decided to change, even though it meant stepping outside of his comfort zone. This transformation was gradual, but profoundly meaningful. He didn't quit everything at once, but started making small adjustments in both his routine and mindset. He replaced constant stress with moments of reflection and introspection. Simple actions like setting aside time to meditate, going for walks, or practicing gratitude became part of his daily routine. These changes, though simple, raised his vibrations, transforming the way he related to the world and his emotions. This is something anyone can do, starting with small practices that bring more positivity into daily life. The key lesson here is that true transformation happens from the inside out. When the speaker began adjusting his perception and raising his energy, he noticed that life flowed more effortlessly. His work started to feel less stressful, and new opportunities more aligned with his desires began to arise. The transformation he experienced wasn't a sudden event, but the result of consistent small changes, showing that anyone can transform their reality as long as they're willing to adjust their vibrations and emotions along the way. The speaker shares a powerful story about how changing his vibrations and perceptions led him from an unsatisfying life to one more aligned with his true desires. He worked a stable job but felt something was missing. His energy was drained daily by an environment that didn't nurture his spirituality or offer him any real satisfaction. However, instead of giving in to this feeling of stagnation, he decided to raise his vibrations through small daily actions, such as practicing gratitude and adjusting his routine. This decision to take action rather than simply wish for change was what truly made the difference. He began to make practical changes in his life, from shifting his perspective on work to taking concrete actions that elevated his frequency. One of these actions was investing more time in activities that made him feel energized and alive. Gradually, this shift in frequency not only affected his emotions, but also began to shape his reality. He realized that by raising his vibrations, he was manifesting a more satisfying and positive life. His story serves as a practical example for anyone feeling stuck in a routine or environment that doesn't reflect their deepest desires. He shows that it's possible to transform your life without taking huge leaps, but through consistent small actions that change your vibration and, as a result, your reality. By leaving a job that drained his energy, he found a new way of living where his emotions and vibrations were in harmony with his desires. This type of transformation is within reach for everyone, as long as you're willing to act and adjust your frequency. While many focus solely on wishing for a better reality, the speaker emphasizes that the true power of manifestation lies in action. He shares that the law of attraction is a powerful force, but it only works when paired with intentional action. Wishing for something by itself won't bring about the desired change. you need to put into practice actions that align with those wishes. For him, the key to raising his vibration and transforming his reality was stopping the wait for external changes and starting to take action on his own. Small steps, like adjusting his routine or changing his mindset, were essential. What he discovered along the way is that action has a direct impact on your frequency. Every small action he took, even if it seemed insignificant, contributed to raising his vibration and bringing him closer to his desires. He highlights that instead of focusing solely on what you want to achieve, you should focus on what you can do today to improve your energy and sense of satisfaction. A simple example is replacing procrastination with a concrete action, even a small one, like reading an inspiring book, starting a new hobby, or engaging in physical activities. These actions gradually adjust your vibration, and over time, your desires begin to manifest. That's why he insists on the importance of combining intention with action. Desire is the starting point, but actions are the fuel that moves that energy forward. He realized that his life began to change significantly when he stopped just wishing and started acting, even in small and consistent ways. This concept is applicable to anyone wanting to manifest something in their life. You need to take the first step, no matter how small, because it's this movement that adjusts your vibration and transforms your reality. The speaker shares a practical example of how adjusting small daily routines can raise your vibration and consequently transform your reality. He explains how, instead of continuing to deal with the daily frustrations of crowded buses and noisy neighbors, he made a simple change. He started walking to work. This seemingly small shift had a profound impact on his energy and well-being. Walking allowed him to connect with the environment in a more positive way, to feel the nature around him, and in turn, elevate his vibration. This change in routine made him feel more energized and connected, which naturally increased his sense of satisfaction with his day. This approach can be applied to various areas of anyone's life. Imagine swapping out a stressful routine for something that makes you feel good, like starting your day with a brief meditation or replacing negative habits with something that brings you more peace. These small actions create a domino effect, where raising your vibrations attracts more positivity into your life, not through huge efforts, but with conscious change. This practical example reminds us that we don't always need big revolutions to transform our reality. The power lies in the small, daily decisions. By trading an automatic reaction of frustration for a conscious choice of well-being, the speaker was able to adjust his vibrations and manifest more positivity around him. Anyone can do this, in any situation. All it takes is pausing for a moment, reflecting on what can be changed in your routine, and acting. Elevated vibration starts with these small actions that, when added together, create a much larger transformation. Maintaining a high vibration is no easy task, especially when the external world seems full of challenges. The speaker highlights that, in his journey, he faced numerous situations that tried to pull him back into lower frequencies. Constant noise, daily stress, and even negative interactions with others were obstacles he had to learn to navigate. However, he discovered that the key wasn't to completely avoid these challenges, but to change his perception of them. Instead of letting them affect him, he learned to internally adjust his vibration to stay aligned with his desires. Challenges are part of the process, and it's important to understand that no one can keep a high vibration all the time. What really matters is how you react to these challenges. When life presents a difficult situation, like an argument or a problem at work, you have two choices. Let it lower your vibration, or use the situation as an opportunity to adjust your energy. Simple practices like taking a deep breath, stepping away for a few minutes, or even listening to uplifting music can help you regain control of your frequency. The speaker concludes that the true power lies in the ability to shift your perception, even in the face of challenges. He emphasizes that when we face difficulties, we have the chance to learn, grow, and raise our vibration instead of letting them bring us down. Internal change is the most effective response to dealing with tough external situations. By adjusting his perception, he was able to maintain a high frequency even on difficult days. And that's the key lesson. True vibrational transformation comes from within, not the other way around. Now that you understand the power of vibrations, the question is, what will you do from here? Will you wait or start adjusting your frequency and take control of your reality? The challenges you face can be overcome with small changes. Put this knowledge into practice and watch the transformation unfold. I want to know, what are you willing to change today? Comment below and of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning how to shape your life. Your transformation journey is just beginning. See you in the next video.